My name is Lorraine and I help people live with passion, purpose and positivity. Welcome to my channel. Let's dive right into this video. High Vibration, 3 books that will get you there. Now I picked 3 books that have helped me to get into a high vibration on a consistent basis, and I want to share with you what they are and help you get into a high vibration as well. What is a high vibration, though, you might ask? High vibration is merely feeling good, feeling happy, and when I say vibration, it's your frequency. It's like lining up with the energies of the universe. It's a law of attraction, because everything is moving, everything is in vibration. And when you're of a high vibration, you match the same frequencies. So when you're in a high vibration, good things start happening to you. You'll meet the right people, you'll get more opportunities, things will just start to flow in your life. People will say, oh, you just rang me at the right time to do that certain job. And that's why it's beneficial to get into a high vibration. And I'm going to show you how I've got there, what has helped me, the books that have helped me. So the first book that I read, which was years and years ago, and I have spoken about this teacher before, is Abraham Hicks. And the first book is called Ask and It Is Given. Now this book is like a Bible to me now, and I've read it many, many times, and it is so beneficial. And I'll tell you why it's beneficial. So the first half of the book talks about why when you ask it is given, because it's about the law of attraction, and it's about Abraham Hicks who channels universal intelligence, source energy, and it's very, very wise. It tells you when you're on the right frequency, when you're in a high vibration, you know, you ask for something and it's almost given straight away. And the reason it doesn't come to you is because in some way you're not believing it, you think it's lacking in your life, or you've got blocks. And this book will help you understand why when you ask, it is always given. The universe is a friendly universe. It wants you to have everything you want in your life. And another reason this is a high vibe book, I think, is because at the back of the book, there's 22 proven processes to help you get into that high vibration. And there's many, many processes, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but one of them is scripting, about how when you script, if you script the life that you want, as if it's already happened with emotion, the wheels of law of attraction, the momentum starts going, and you keep thinking about that. You do a mental rehearsal of what you want, and it shows you how to do it in this book. And another very good one, which is the last process, is called moving up the emotional scale. Now that is very beneficial, because it's got the scale of consciousness right from the bottom, like when you're depressed, when you're sad, right up to the top of when you're feeling love, joy and happiness. And in this book it explains that you can't just go from being depressed and unhappy and in this low vibe. You can't just jump from that to joy. You've got to gradually move up the emotional scale. And in this book it shows you how to do that. It shows you the processes. Well, you know, if you're feeling a little bit low, there'll be a process in there to help you move up that emotional scale. So very, very beneficial, very wise, very beneficial. And it'll introduce you to the law of attraction and how to get in that high vibration. Highly recommended. So the second book I'd recommend is this one by Dr. Dyer. It's The Power of Intention, and it's such a magical book, this is. And I can't even begin to go into detail about what it's about, but if anything by Dr. Dyer is going to get you into that high vibe. But this again is like a Bible to me, because he explains in like short paragraphs, you know, about the power of intention, about how when you command the universe of what you want and how you feel, how the universe will bring you exactly what you want. But he goes into great detail, and he just got a lovely way of putting things over. Very beneficial if you want to read that book. So the third and final book is this book by Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. Now this is one of my very first books that I read back in 2005 when I was on my journey from my conscious journey from 2001 when I split up from my husband to now, which is nearly 20 years ago, isn't it? So I've been on this conscious 20-year journey, and I found this book in a book fair in somebody's garden. And I knew about the book, and I thought, I'm going to buy that book. And it did, at the time, change my life. And I started reading it, and she's so kind and loving. And it's all about self-love. Because in 2005, I didn't feel self-love. I was bringing 3 children up on my own. And I had just come out of being in the depths of despair. I was in the depths of despair from 2001 to 2003. So I was coming out of it. I was starting to want to feel better. I was starting to want to feel happier. And then this book stood out. And it shows how Louise Hay found self-love. And how in her 40s she found the science of mind, this book, and she started preaching in churches about what she's found out about how the mind affects your life. And because her story goes back to when she was a child, and she was abused as a child, sexually and physically abused as a child, and she ran away from home at the age of 16, got pregnant immediately and had to give up that child. She got cancer. She cured herself of cancer the holistic way. And she went on, what happened then? Then she married an Englishman, a very noble Englishman, and they split up and she was devastated. And that was in her 40s. And that's when she started on this path to spirituality and self-love. And then her teachings are really well known now. She's into meditation, affirmations, and she's absolutely amazing. And one of the best things about this book is the mirror work. It's about, when you're not feeling self-love, how to look into the mirror and say, I love you. I really, really love you. I love and accept you. I love and accept you. For someone who doesn't feel love, that's very difficult to do. And she teaches you how to do it. And in the first part of the book, she talks about, she goes through questions. She asks you questions. It's like a bit of a lesson into how she would, if you had a meeting with her, this is the questions she would ask you. And then at the end of every chapter, which I found really good, is like this paragraph, like almost like a poem of what she's taught you. So that's if you're feeling like, not so good, and you're wanting to get into that high vibration, and you don't think that you have self-love, this is the best book to go to, I assure you. At the end of this book, I was feeling like invincible, and my journey has escalated since then. But yeah, so books are very powerful because, I do have a Kindle, and I do have a lot of books on my Kindle, and that is good to read through your Kindle. And if you're going away, it's good to have a Kindle. But there's nothing like getting a book, is there? And this is my latest book that I've bought, and this is from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's one of my favourites at the moment, and I've not even started reading it yet, but I've already bookmarked a place of where I've read a paragraph, just one short paragraph. I thought, oh my God, that's so good, that really empowering paragraph. And the book is actually, I know it's going off the track a little bit, but this is just, a little extra. But them 3 books that I've just told you about are very, very powerful. They're my go-to books. I've been on this spiritual journey with them 3 books. They're amazing. But this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, everybody has patterns. No matter, if you're a human being, you've been brought up a certain way, and you've got like this inner child. Even as an adult, you've got this inner child inside of you. And Louise Hay talks a lot about the inner child. And you've got subconscious patterns within you that have been there since you're a child. Just things like that happened from the age of 0 to 7. you're like a sponge. And then you carry that on into later life, and then it's interpreted into your life, and it affects your adult life. And this book teaches you to break the habit of being yourself. I mean, you might say, well, I like being myself, which is great. We want to feel self-love, but we want to break them bad habits, don't we? We want to get out of that subconscious mind that's running our life and running our life on autopilot. So that's my 3 books on how to get into high vibration. I hope this helped. Read any one of them books and you'll feel invincible and empowered if you take on board what they're teaching. I know it has for me. I hope this helped. If it did, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. I hope you have a wonderful day. Blessings to you, my friends. Much love and namaste.